Hello, my goddesses. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us again. This is Gwendolyn, your high priestess at the Temple of Venus. And today I want to talk about how you can live fully in your field of creation. I want to let you know that your field of creation goes beyond just your vision board. It goes beyond your emotions. You guys know me, I'm always reading notes because I want to make sure I get everything. And the field of creation is the vibrational environment you are immersed in. So, just like any other form of matter, anything before it becomes a solid, before it becomes a liquid or whatever, um, before it even is visible, before you have a name to it, all that exists is potential. So we talked about this in a previous video where we talked about dark matter and the first, what is it called? The first matter is dark matter. And so some of you might have known that the Chinese call it Tao. Science might call it dark matter. Mystics call it the void. Alchemists call it prima materia. I think Egyptians used to call it Nu. But it's the first substance that exists before the worlds exist. So in that space of dark matter, it holds all the possibilities that could possibly exist. This is where I believe string theory comes from, because in that world, in the world of dark matter, it can all exist for you. And when you look at it like that, then you start to realize that you can really have anything that you want in this world. It all points to the same thing, an unseen field that holds everything before it becomes something. This field is so full, it is not empty. You have fullness of probability, intelligence, all the things that you desire for you to become your best version of yourself. You are inside this field currently. And so your vibrational alignment is what your field is connecting to. And it is an energetic field. And at the moment you realize this, creation stops being about control and starts being about the relationships. See, this is where I think a lot of people get stuck, what I'm about to bring up. They resist their current vibration because they say, like, I shouldn't feel this way, I need to be like this, or I want to be like that. And this is when you resist your own vibrational alignment, what manifests is jealousy. But your current vibration is not a mistake. Where you are right now, it's not a mistake. It's information that lets you know which way to tell what you like and what you don't like. You need that information so that you can communicate that to the world and be on the exact vibrational frequency that you need to be at. So your vibrational reality is the exact frequency you're capable of holding at this very moment. And the field of creation responds to not what you want, but to what you are available for. Your acceptance is stability. When you accept your current situation, you stop fragmenting your energy, you stop arguing about your reality, and you stop leaking your power. Even if you were going through it right now, listen, we've all gone through seasons. And it is coming out of that season that I'm telling you, you become the most beautiful version of yourself. The fields can meet you exactly where you are because it came with you when you were born. You don't need to force yourself to enjoy anything. You only need to be present and be present at the doorway to allow everything to enter into your life. Now let's talk a little bit about how you can align yourself with the things that you were looking for. No need to necessarily manifest, because this, when you align yourself, things will automatically manifest. Align yourself, like, okay, let me give you an example. So let's say you want to make more money. Well, I want you to think about ways or journal about ways that you can make more money. So using you, how do you build your stream of income? What service or good can you create or can you hold on to that when you give out to the world wants more of it? Like I said, right now, my current career for me is satisfying. I love my career. And But what I want, I'm not even looking for, well, let me not say that I'm not looking for money, because I think we're all looking for money. But I feel like it cannot just be all about money. You just have to align yourself with certain things. Because if you make it all about money, if you're only chasing money, you're probably going to end up in jail. If we're being honest, because there are easy ways to make money, but that's not what we want. We want to have a happy life, and we want to align ourselves with the and have goals that will help us achieve what we're looking for. If that means you got to go back to school, go back to school. If that means you got to learn a trade, learn a trade. Whatever that you have to do to align yourself. Let's say you're looking for love. This is a tough one, but I think you have to align yourself with openness, and whatever hardness is around your heart, you have to learn to break that, because love is a very, very like very delicate, very vulnerable, and if you're not able to be those things, it might be hard for you to do it. If you're looking for weight loss, you have to align yourself with maybe a dietitian, um, the gym. You have to just align yourself with the frequencies that you're looking for, because your field of creation does not speak in languages, it speaks in frequency. So when you are asked for something that doesn't match your internal state, the field doesn't necessarily punish you. It simply just waits, because it's like, okay, well, you said you wanted this, so why are you doing this? And when you're ready, I'll be here. Okay, when you're ready for what you want, I'll be here. A lot of times I feel like a lot of people struggle with like waiting for what could manifest out of their field of creation. It is okay for it to take a little bit longer. Your friend's energetic alignment might be a little bit higher than yours, might be in the sense of confidence, right? Like they might have more confidence in their ability. That's why they can manifest more than you. But that doesn't mean that you can't manifest yourself too, and your own things too. So don't knock yourself. But you might get yours a little bit later in life, and that is okay, because what the field of creation is building for you, what it's attracting for you and pulling, is designed just to fit you. Okay? So alignment is not efforts, alignment is resonance. When your inner state matches the tone of what you desire, the reality rearranges without force. This is why chasing never works. This is one of the most common things that you have to know. Nothing meant for you can be lost. If it belongs to you, it belongs to you. Nothing meant for you, you will miss. And nothing meant for you requires you to panic. The field of creation is very intelligent, and it picks up on everything. It holds existence in suspension until you are ready to meet with without distortion. Like I said, sometimes it delays, but it never denies. And this and let me just step aside for a second and talk about how this aligns with your spiritual practices and your magic. If you do magic, I think everybody should, just out of just understanding how energy works. Just because you do a spell, because a lot of people will like do spells and then like be mad that the spell doesn't come into fruition, and then they're like, why isn't my spell working? That's not how spells work. A spell might take forever to work. A spell might take 2 or 3 years to work, but it does work, and you are protected. When you do your spells, you will have, the world is coming to you, basically. You're not late, you're not behind, and you are not forgotten. And what's meant to be for you will be for you. It is waiting for your congruence. Now let's go into one of my favorite topics, as you know so far, dark matter. And like we said before, it is not the literal form of dark matter, and it could be, right? It is just the emotional unseen, the unseen presence that you have in your mind. But this unseen substance, and you can Google this if you want to, is literally what holds the planets together. It's literally how we are floating on this rock in the middle of nowhere, roaming around. Without it, stars would shatter, structures would collapse, nothing would even be here. So the dark matter is your own creative medium for you to be able to manifest and create whatever you want, because the universe was created because the collective of us, all of us, wanted it, right? And so why can't you have access to that? Why can't you have access to that energetic field and alignment and all of that good stuff? Why not? um the power that you have does not come from uncertainty. It comes from your knowingness. When you demand certainty, then the field will open for you. When you stop rushing outcome, the intelligence begins to move gently, sometimes faster than others, but it's coming. When you stop asking how, creation begins answering. You don't need to see the path. You don't need to see the whole path. You only need to stay available to the field, and the field itself would literally move things around. The way that I see, like when I do a spell or when I'm manifesting something, is like, okay, like I see it as like my future self already in it, and then like I do this really like super fast, like fast paced, like reverse of like things moving around. Really like, oh well, if you want to experience this, you have to be able to move this here, and this has to go here, and then this has to move over here, and then, but a path is being created and it's trying to find its way to you. But if you stay on your path, that energetic alignment, because once you leave that energetic alignment, even though the universe is moving things around, and when it gets there, it's not going to see you. So you got to make sure that you stay on your own emotional path. So let's go into how to practically integrate the field of creation into your life. First, you're going to regulate before you manifest. Calm magnetic energy, stability. You want your creative power to be expressed. Then you're going to treat your inner state as sacred. Your moods are not random. This is your broadcast to the world. And I want you to try to create an environment that reflects you. So, what you desire. You don't need to have a vision board. Like in my bedroom, one of my things, because I am a goddess, I believe that the deities that like are in my room represent the goddess that I am. So I work with Azuli Frida. I don't even like saying that I work with her, but she's in my room as a constant reminder of the fact that like I am a goddess and I should take care of myself. And I have this huge bouquet of flowers that are also on my desk, because it reminds me that I am deserving of all the good things in this world. And because that is my inner state, and when I wake up in the morning, those are the first things I see, along with my makeup, my jewelry, and all that stuff. It is a reminder that I should keep doing what I'm doing, because I am fine the way I am. And I am a strong manifester, so things do come to me. Treat your inner state as it's sacred. Choose resonance over urgency. I think true goddesses, we don't think of your favorite goddess and think of how she would respond to that, whatever that you're going on in your life, and embody that. Embody that, because you are essentially that goddess that you are aligning yourself with. I think I'm going to do a video on different goddesses so that you guys are just aware of the different goddesses and the energy that they all have. Female goddesses. Let go of time. Let go of time, because I just told you guys that like time doesn't mean anything. Things will shift in your favor, and it might take longer for some, because the universe is quite literally building it out for you. And everybody feels like everything takes too much time, so that's fine. Speak less and feel more, because your emotions and your feelings are your frequency, and they release into the ethers, and they're communicating with the ethers of what you want. You have authority. You don't need to try to deserve. You are deserving. You are deserving. Practice receptive presence. Creation enters through openness, not effort. Align with your mental states. Don't worry about the objects. The objects will come. And rest in the certainty that the world and the universe, it is working and it is conspiring to give you all the things that your heart truly desires, even if it's meant for you, even if it's not what you want, but it's close to what you want. And when you get what you want, it will, and you don't like it, then you get to shift. You don't have to keep it. You get to shift. And that's the beauty of this, of alchemy. That's why I love it. Well, I wanted to tell you guys, thank you. We've reached the end of the video. I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. And I hope that you like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. How do you plan on using this concept of living fully in your field of creation? What are some things that you're manifesting, that you are creating? Please let me know, and I will make sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, bye.